came in shooting 40% from three, 48% from the floor. The rebounds were basically even. The assist numbers were even. But it was a man named Steph Curry who stole the show with 40 points, 87 over his last two nights. Let's hear from the head coach of the Golden State Warriors on this night that Steph Curry had, presented by BMW.
Steve, you used the word breathtaking to describe Steph in Monday's game. Just what do you make of his performance tonight and ability to just once again carry the team?
You run out of adjectives to describe Steph's play. He's just amazing night after night. He's in such great shape. I think if there's one area where he's dramatically better now than when I first got here, 8 years ago, is just his strength and conditioning. He's much bigger and stronger, much more capable of defending at a really high level and sustaining two-way basketball, for an entire game and just knocking down shots from all over and finishing at the rim. He's unbelievable.
Is this as good a stretch as you can remember from him, just like closing games, like when you guys needed down the stretch, just pure as a scorer going to get?
Yeah, it's hard to even remember and to compare because he's just been so good for so long. If I said this is the best he's been, Raymond would bring up some 8-game stretch he had last year and the year before that and the year before that. And so he's always been brilliant. But I think given the circumstances with our team, kind of in a rut, trying to dig our way out of a hole, he's just been spectacular and never been better. I can say that.
Steve, was this a good night for Jordan Poole? Seemed to find a rhythm out there tonight.
Yeah, it was. You knew it was going to happen. Jordan is a proven player. Helped us win a title last year. He's done this now plenty of times. So it was just a matter of time for him to break out, just like it's a matter of time for Clay to get it going as well. But what I liked about tonight was just the competitive level for everybody. And I think that's the key. When you're struggling, you just have to compete as a team and it may not be pretty, but you just dig it out, and everybody's competing, and we competed in a smarter fashion tonight. Not as much fouling, not much transition. We took away their easy stuff. We made them work, and I think that's when you just lock in on that individually and as a team, then stuff just sort of plays out, and so you knew Jordan would get going.
What else did you kind of like about your 9-man rotation tonight?
About
your 9-man rotation tonight?
I thought Lamb gave us great minutes. He does a lot of things well out there. He's got a quick release on his three and sets good screens and moves the ball. It was good to have Dante back. We obviously haven't gone deep into the rotation the last couple games, but in my experience, when you're in a little bit of a hole like we've been, you dig your way out, and then the game gets a little easier. It seems really hard when things are going poorly. Everything is difficult, and then once you compete your way out of it, the game smooths out. And as that happens, I think we'll be able to go deeper into our rotation, and guys will get more comfortable and confident.
It was clear you guys are upset by some of the fouls, maybe especially in the fourth quarter. How did you see your guys push through that frustration so the game didn't spiral into something else?
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked in the huddle with 15 seconds left. We all knew that that play that we challenged would not be reversed, despite the fact that everybody saw that it wasn't a foul. We knew it wouldn't be reversed. It's just the way it is. I can't wait to see the last 2-minute reporting on the review of the play itself. And it's just tough. It's you got to play through everything out there, and especially when you're struggling. You got to fight through the adversity, and whether it's a tough call or injury or poor play. You just keep going, and that's what our guys are doing.
With a lot of Clay's missed shots, they're coming up maybe a foot or so short, and I was just wondering if you had any thought on why that is. Or is he still getting his legs back underneath him, or why is his missed shots are just coming up short instead?
Yeah, most of them are short. The vast majority of his misses are short right now, and that usually just points to the legs. And so he's been working hard, and obviously got a slow start to camp, and it's affecting him. But he's getting his legs underneath him. I thought his defense was fantastic down the stretch. He did a great job on Donovan Mitchell, and it's just a matter of time for Clay before everything comes together.
Steve, a couple key plays by Wiggins there, sort of midway through the fourth quarter to get you guys charging. What did he show energy-wise?
Yeah, Wiggs was good. Made it. Couple of steals and got to some loose balls, and he's always a great secondary scorer for us. He just seems to find his way to 18 or 20 points every night. And I thought it was the team defense overall and that made the difference tonight, and Wiggs is a huge part of that.
All right, a lot to recap from Steve Kerr on the other side. Plus, we are expecting Anthony Lamb to join us live at the Gatehouse here at Thrive City, and Draymond pays his respect to Debo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. Extra middle down the stretch defensively, 13 assists tonight, 12 rebounds. Draymond Green, great win, and the defense turned up. It's been a lot of talk over the last 3 days about the defense of the Warriors, closing out quarters, slowing down other teams. Well, I think you guys did that tonight. What a gritty win for you guys.
It was definitely a gritty win. The night really didn't go our way all night. I thought we were playing hard. We were playing good team basketball, but, sometimes the ball don't fall. I feel like we didn't get a great rhythm in the first half offensively, but we were competing. And, when you compete that way and you just want to give yourself a chance down the stretch, and our closer came through down the stretch on the offensive end, we were able to get stops on the defensive end.
Sparty! Yo,
my
13,
dog Fezzy fell.
What's up, baby? 13 assists, 10 rebounds. Everybody wants to play the small ball lineup, but everybody doesn't have a Draymond Green, that this tool belt that the Warriors have. Tell me about going against 2 7-footers on the other team, these 2 young, skilled big men. What was that mentality for you and Lou coming into this game?
Well, as you know, those are, like you just said, those are 2 very good young big men. Jared Allen, he's been constantly getting better since he came into the league. And Evan Mobley's a star. I don't care what anyone says. I believed that when he was at USC. He continues to show us that promise. And then they, with those 2 guys being the live threats that they are, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland putting pressure on the rim, it makes it even tougher to guard them. And saying that we wanted to come in, bring our hard hats today, understanding that we had to have that mentality against 2 bigs. They're great rebounders, they're great rim protectors, and we couldn't let our guys down. And Loon has showed up and passed the test year after year, and that's always our goal, and we were able to do that tonight.
Draymond, congratulations, great performance. You just talk about how great the Cleveland Cavaliers are. They came in shooting 48% from the field and 40% from the 3. You held them to 40% from the field and 27% from 3. You guys had 3 days off. Heard a lot about your practices, cleaning up the defense, going over the finer details. Did that have an impact on tonight's performance?
It had a huge impact. The reality is we haven't had much time to practice at all. You think about our preseason, that was broken up by going to Tokyo, and then starting this season off, it's just been tough with the amount of games and going on the road trip. So to get back home and have a good couple days of practice was huge for us, especially with the young team that we have and really trying to put it together. And I think it showed for us on the defensive end tonight. And ultimately what we have to understand is if we can defend without fouling, we'll always give ourselves a chance. And I thought we fouled a little too much in that second half, but overall I thought we did a pretty good job.
So Draymond, before we let you go, how about that teammate of yours in his 14th season out of Davidson, wearing number 30? He scored 87 points the last 2 nights, basically putting you guys on his back offensively. It looks like he's 25 years old right now. Have you witnessed a start like this from Steph Curry since you've played with him?
I think the only one I can think of is 2016. 2016, the way he started that year, the year he won unanimous MVP. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was 2016. But anyway, if that wasn't, it was 2017. No, KD was here. Yeah, 2016.
73 win seasons. Yeah, 73 win season, Dre.
Yeah, he won unanimous MVP, and he started that way and continued that way throughout the season. I don't see anything being different now. The way he started this season, I know he'll continue it. But, you know, as I've said over and over, Steph is great. And, you know, he continues to show that. The work that he puts in on a daily basis, you have to admire it, and it's showing every night he come out here.
Yeah, that's a big win for you guys. We'll see you Sunday in Sacramento. 13 assists for you, Day-Day. 10 rebounds. Great game. Get some rest.
Appreciate it.
Anytime. Draymond Green here on Warriors Postgame Live, presented by Toyota, and a big-time game from him, leading the defensive charge. They got down and dirty in that fourth quarter against this talented